This is the love. This is the love. Natural beauty, unity, and culture show. And today we have a special guest, Mr. Aaron Mallory. Welcome to the show, sir.
How you doing, brother?
All right. I met this brother at a meeting of the Toastmasters, and this brother was so impressive in his speaking, just off the cuff. I invited him to come and speak on the show today. Usually on the show, Aaron, we talk about love, natural beauty, unity, and culture. But since you're my special guest today, I'm going for you to either answer what it is that you think about those topics, or you can speak about whatever it is you want to speak about. Okay? Yeah, so just speak to that.
Wow. The thing about love, I think that's big, that's huge, especially in our society today. Because I feel like, our society is lacking love. When you think about it, love in the sense of what it can be used for isn't really talked about. We think about the love that Jesus Christ had when he was on this earth. It was power. Love that Martin Luther King had with I Have a Dream and Making a Difference in our society. That was power. But today I feel like our society doesn't practice love. And I think love is one of the most strongest words and actions that we have in our society today. Love is what can change what's going on. You think about especially what's going on in our society, the killing, especially with teenagers, the murders that's going on, people not having any code of conduct. It all stems from a lack of love. And so I feel like if we can understand what love is, that love is an action. Love has power. Love can make a difference. We love you to forgive other people. You want to make a change. You want to make a difference. When you love people, you look past all the things they've done to you. Love is something powerful, so I like to say I'm glad that you're touching on that, talking about love, because love can be used in so many forms, senses. We think about love, sometimes we talk about love with a boyfriend or a girlfriend or with a wife or a husband, and that's a special bond, a special connection that, needs to be treasured. But a lot of times, that's the only sense that we look at love, just in that sense, and not looking at the love in the realm of the unconditional love that you have for a son or a daughter or for your cousin, or the unconditional love that we all are supposed to have as human beings for one another. So when you think about that, in the sense of it, it's power in that sense. So I'm glad what you're doing, and love, like I said, that's a huge topic, a huge word that needs to be touched on a lot.
Excellent. Did you want to speak about natural beauty and your thoughts on that?
Natural beauty, yes. Natural beauty. Now that's something right there. I think natural beauty stands for, everybody has their own belief in it. God has created us in a way. Everybody is unique. Everybody is special. So everybody has their own natural beauty. There are no mistakes. I don't care how you look at your parents, how you feel about yourself. Each person has their own sense of natural beauty that goes along with it. And one thing that bothers me is when people want to change the way they got it created, to fit themselves, to fit society, the stigma that, the perfect person is real skinny or trim or has to have a perm or a certain type of hair in their hair, I don't believe in that, Be happy with who you are, because God created you a certain way. Treasure it. Love
beautiful.
it. You're beautiful.
I agree with that. What about unity, sir?
Unity.
Yeah, what do you think about unity? What's your thought? When unity comes to your mind, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about the word unity?
People learn to become unified, and on another level, African Americans become unified. I think unity is a big word. I think actually people came together, look past anything else, but came together and wanted to make a change or a difference. I think that has power in itself. But a lot of times I don't think that happens. We're broken up because of money, greed. But with unity and people actually coming together, I think it can change the way this world is right now. And I don't think a lot of people, just a couple of people, you think about the story of 300. And the story stems from the Bible. Basically, God took 300 men to rescue Israel. They didn't take everybody, but 300 people came together to worship God, and they was able to make a change. If you got a little bit of people come together, unified, I think they can make a difference. When people come together, work together, there's power in that. But a lot of times, one thing that I'm learning, people have underlying motives, hidden agendas, you know. And so unity is easily broken apart. And going back to the African American community, is a huge issue, you know. So I think unity is an important thing when you think about our society today and what's going on. Something that needs to be addressed.
Okay, when you talk about the African American community, what do you think needs to happen in terms of unity in your personal view?
I think it all starts with you and leaders, African American community, whoever they are, you know, because everybody is tending to be a leader. You got your faith-based leaders, your politician leader, coming together and coming up with a detailed plan to help the youth, the younger generation, because I think that's where it all starts. You know, you make your best investment with the youth, and right now our youth are lost. They're confused. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what to do. Their role models are the people that's on BET, that's on MTV, these rappers, these athletes. That's what they're looking up to. That's how they think they're supposed to be, you know? People coming back in and showing the youth, nah, you can be great. You don't have to be a football player or a rapper to be successful, to have fame. Be an entrepreneur, have your own business, be an engineer, go to college. You know, it's our youth that needs to be invested in. And we have so many leaders out here, or so-called leaders, but like I said, it goes back to the hidden agendas. Now, some people that do care, don't get me wrong on that, but the best thing that we can do as a community come together is investing in our youth. Teach them what's right, what's wrong, open up their minds that there's so much more as compared to what they're seeing on TV.
Can you speak to this last issue of culture? When you think about culture, what do you think about
Culture.
Yeah.
I think culture is, you keep using so many ways. You know, when you think about culture, I mean, you got culture on just different religious background, faith that you have in this country, culture, the different ethnicities that have in this country. But culture also, I think, for one thing, that everybody has something that they're working towards, they're trying to go to. Every culture has something that they want to do that is cherished, you know, that you appreciate. You know, and I think one thing is understanding your culture. What does it stand for? What's it trying to do? So that you can progress with it, you know. But that's what makes everybody distinct, different individuals, because we all have a culture that we all come from, you know, something that we're all riding off of. And you understand that, it makes it a lot easier.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you, Brother Aaron and Mallory, for coming on the show today and sharing with us, and a parting greeting to the audience, and in particular the young people. What would you like to say to the young people today in terms of advice based on the experience that you've had and the success that you've had?
Anything is possible. You put your mind to it and you work harder. Anything is possible, and having faith, you know, like I have a big faith in God, you know, so I believe in God. I've never seen God, I've never seen Jesus, but there's no doubt in my mind that they exist. But me believing in that increases my faith that I can do anything else as well. You have faith and believe in your ideas. Anything is possible. It can become a reality. You just gotta have faith in it. But the number two, you gotta have that work ethic where you're willing to work for anything that you want. If you're willing to work for it, you have it. It's that work ethic, that drive. All day, every day, you put in that effort. That's all it is faith and then work ethic. You know, like, I want to do a quick little promo real quick, because this was my work ethic.
I was just going to ask you, he has 2 books, everybody.
Failure's not an option, you know.
Failure is not an option. Make sure they see that.
And then,
failure is not an option. Success is on top and failure is going down. That's what's happening.
You don't want it. And then this is my baby right here. This is this right here. That's what's going to get you right out here. Are you persuaded? That's a spiritual book that teaches you how to become closer to God. You know, but I wrote both of these this summer, and like I said,
2 books in
that
one
work
summer?
ethic. You have work ethic. You willing to work. Anything is possible. You know, so I'm just saying, I'm 23 years old, and I'm going to tell you that if you put that drive in, your dreams will become a reality. You just got to want it and have faith. Simple as that.
Well, let me ask you this: when is the next book coming out?
Man, when I get on my feet, because I got some ideas on some other books that I want to do. It's just there's so much going on right now. So I say maybe sometime next year, check me out for the 30th.
So the thing is, we really want to know, because we enjoyed you today, when you're coming back on the show.
Oh man, we want to make it happen. I appreciate it real soon.
All right, my brother. Well, this was Brother Aaron Mallory. Now, any other parting remarks, addresses, emails that people can call in or email you to get your book?
Definitely check me out at www.aaronmallory.com. That's www.aaronmallory. NEWMAYORDANKNIGHT.com. You can shoot me an email at amallory87@gmail.com or follow me on Twitter at Mr. Guide Right. Inspiration all day. Y'all be blessed, and like I said, faith and work. That's all it takes. Faith and work.
Are you on Facebook?
Facebook at Aaron Mallory, aka Hercules.
What about Twitter?
Twitter me at Mr. Guide Right. Mr. Guide Right.
You on MySpace?
Nah, I don't mess with the MySpace.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, you heard it, folks. This was Aaron Mallory, and this is the Love, Natural Beauty, Unity and Culture Show. Signing out for today. And we want to say, as per usual, be good to yourself and be as good to someone else as you would be to yourself. And have a great day.